What's up, guys? Quick check-in here. Eric with driverlineup.com from just north of Atlanta, Georgia. And week one of our coming off home time is done. And what a week it was. We started off in Springfield, of course. Took a load to Las Vegas, then took a load from Las Vegas to Minnesota, then took a load from repowered a load from Minnesota to New Jersey, then drove a load from New Jersey down here to Atlanta, and it was a pretty good week. We now I do want to say I got a message. Someone sent me a message about talking about revenue. I said that we'd be at $6,000 today in revenue for this pay period, which is setting us up for probably 9,000 plus revenue for the week. And someone said, there's no way you're making $9,000 in a week. Well, yeah, there is no way I'm making $9,000 a week. That's not what I was suggesting. If you're not familiar with leasing, my business, the revenue that comes to my business, my LLC, is everything that comes to the truck. So what the 70% or 72% or whatever we lease drivers get from Prime, that all comes to me as revenue. Now that's not all income. On that, if we hit 9,000, I'm expecting to see probably close to $5,000 in income off of that, based on the fuel. We've been buying pretty affordable fuel, so I'll see about $5,000. Now, I'm not going to be, and I'm actually going to do a video about this, I'm not going to be a lease fanboy that's going to suggest that I'm making $5,000 every week. Now, also, that's pre-tax. My taxes are a little over 20%, so that's about $4,000 bring home for the week, which sounds amazing, right? And that is amazing, but also keep in mind that I just had 2 weeks of basically no income, because at home time I had a lot of things to get taken care of. So you know, we have this interesting cycle on this truck where we'll go probably 3 to 4 weeks of making stupid good money, and then we'll have 2 weeks where we don't make any money. And I want to do a video breaking that down for you guys, because basically what my average after tax bring home has been for the last quarter weekly is $1,600. That's what I'm bringing home after taxes. That's my average. So when you hear me say things like, hey, I'm probably going to make $5,000 this week, it sounds amazing for the week.
Come on back over, step down. You're clear, bud. Come on up.
But I don't want to imply that that I'm making $20,000 a month. I can make $20,000 a month running really hard. That's not what I would actually bring home, because I'm a team truck, and I don't pay another driver that's outside the family. Jenna is on the truck, so all the income, I pay her. She's a company driver, so all the income stays on the truck. So we do make really good money, but it's not. I'm not suggesting that I make $5,000 every week. I don't. Those are the good weeks, and they make up for the bad. So the average, like I said, I want to break this down in a future video. The average comes out to, I think it's right about $1,600 a week after taxes. That's what my average is for the last quarter. That hasn't been the case the entire year, but it has been for the last quarter. And we take, and keep in mind, now some of you might say, well, that's not really a lot of money. It's not much more than company drivers, because they get benefits and all that. That's true. But keep in mind, every 4 weeks, I take 8 days off. Company drivers can't do that. So I'm taking 8 days off every 4 weeks and still bringing home $1,600 a week on average when it's all averaged out. So I just want to clarify that, because when we have a $9,000 or $10,000 revenue week, it sounds amazing, and I don't want to just be a lease fanboy. There are downsides to it. I'll do that video soon. Anyway, I totally bloviated on that, spent 4 minutes on it, but I felt like that was really important because I do want to talk a lot about numbers on this channel, but I want to make it very clear that I'm not one of those lease drivers that's just going to say you're going to be out here getting rich all the time. You know, you can make very good money. This can be very lucrative, but you also have to be realistic. Like I was watching Trike Rider Trucking, his channel this morning, and he's had a difficult time. It's my dog drinking water. He's had a difficult time. We get into those situations, and I've been in one. I was in one this year, where, in fact, when I got right when I got this truck, I had a lot of problems with this truck that put me in a situation where I went 3 or 4 weeks that were just really difficult. And that's why, a lot of people have emergency funds. I don't have an emergency fund. I don't have a prime emergency fund. I am my emergency fund. I've never taken an advance. I've never asked for an advance. I've never needed an advance because I plan ahead, and I know that I'm going to have downtime, and I know that I'm going to take time off, and I'm going to go in the hole. But I definitely don't want to, on this channel, just say leasing is God's gift to earth, because it has its ups and downs. For me and my truck, it's been very successful, and that's looking at over a year period. If I look over a year period, it's been very successful for me, and I could not be a company driver. I could not do it. I've got a lot of reasons for that. I'll do a video on that as well. It's not for me. I love being a lease truck, and it works very well for me. But if you look at it week to week, and a lot of people say it's just not consistent. No, it's not consistent, but I don't look at it that way. I look at it as a business. I'm not paycheck to paycheck. I don't need to have the same amount of money every week. I'm looking at the full year, and in a full year, I make really good money, and I get lots of time off. And so anyway, yeah, we're here in Georgia. Jenna is out filming a terrible situation with another prime driver. She's got B-roll footage. I may use it. I don't want to bust somebody out. I feel so bad for this guy. Hazmat teams are here at this Love's, and it's like multiple fire trucks, hazmat trucks, you name it, because after he filled, he had a intermodal trailer which had bigger reefer tanks, and came over here to Love's and filled the tank up, and then it apparently decided to rip a hole in the bottom of its tank. He didn't do anything to do it, but it happened as soon as he pulled out of the fuel island. So the whole reefer tank, and like I said, those are bigger tanks on those intermodal trailers. He's got the whole truck stop just completely. It's a cluster, you know what. And he's not in a good place mentally over it. It is not a good day for him. You got all the drivers on a CB pissed off. He's got the whole truck stop locked up, and it's not a good situation. So she's over there trying to comfort him, and he's just having a really bad day. And just guys on the CB talking crap about the prime truck that's got the whole place locked up. Don't act like this doesn't happen to every company. Stuff happens, and it has nothing to do with that driver. He had no choice in the trailer that he got, and the reefer tank sprung a leak the second he pulled out of the fuel island, and it was a big tank, and that's a lot of diesel fuel, and he's got a big headache on him. So we had a great run. I had a difficult drive last night, and I want to tell you guys, I'm doing a separate video which will be up next after this one about that drive. I actually tapped out and had to pull over very quickly. It's one of those rare times where it was not safe for me to continue driving. It's only been 2 or 3 other times I can think of that I've tapped out, so watch for my next video on that. But we're taking some time off tonight. Will not be back on the road. We dropped our trailer at our receiver because they didn't have lumpers coming in until like 10 or 11 o'clock tonight. And we got there at 4 o'clock. We weren't going to sit there for, you know, potentially 8-9 hours when this is the night that we're taking time off. We're getting showers, doing laundry, all that good stuff. So we just left the trailer there. They were very helpful and friendly. We were like, look, we understand. How about this? Give us our bills. You won't have to pay detention, and just don't let anybody take our trailer. We'll come back and get our trailer tomorrow. So that's what we did. They're going to unload it tonight. They were really happy with the situation. They were really happy with the situation because they don't have to pay detention. So worked out well. So we're going to take some time off tonight, and it's been a great week. So I do have some interesting, I'm going to take a lot of time tonight and tomorrow morning to do some videos for you guys on night driving. That one I'm going to do here in a little while, and tell you about what happened to me last night, and just night driving in general. It's a whole different animal. I exclusively drive at night, and I have for a year. So it's a different animal. Now you can say, well, I drive a couple nights a week. Now I'm talking about if you only drive at night, every night for a year. It takes a different mindset, and it takes some good routine, and it takes, you know, it's a different animal. So I want to talk about that in a video, and then of course my weekly vlog that I'm editing, I hope to have up tomorrow. So I'm gonna finish that tonight. So anyway, just giving you guys a quick update on that, and just, you know, I just wanted to make sure and come back and say, when I pop off these big numbers, I'm not trying to be one of those prime drivers that just pretends that this is all, you know, roads paved in gold for lease trucks. Those are my real numbers for this week. I very likely will bring home $4,000 or $5,000 this week. Jen will make good money too. So when we have all that money going in the same pot, so it's going to be a very, very lucrative week. But didn't make anything the last 2 weeks, so you have to always take that into account. So when you see me talk about these big numbers, view that in context. You know, I don't pretend that that's the case all the time. So anyway, hope you guys are safe out there. Watch for the next few updates, and we'll check back in with you soon. Thanks.